Okay, so I got to spend the weekend at Fright Fest at Six Flags Great America in Gurnee, Illinois. Now, when we were driving there on Friday night, I saw the sign, I saw a saw puppet. Wasn't able to read what happened after that, so got back to the hotel room, got on my wife's little laptop. But they had Saw Live there, which is a Saw-based haunted house. Now, my wife is not remotely at all into the haunted house sort of thing. So I went to Six Flags. This would have been on the weekend. We still could have got the $25 off. Currently, between now and the end of the month, it's $20 off if you buy tickets online. Again, buy it online. If you buy it there, it's $60. We got each ticket for about $34. So we got everything online. The haunted houses do cost extra. It's $7 per house before 5 o'clock, $13 after 5 o'clock. You can buy a pass to all 4 haunted houses for $25 with no time restriction, or $20 for your season pass holder. That being said, we did Saw Live in the Mausoleum of Terror. Mausoleum of Terror, about the same way it's been for the past couple of years. It's not bad. They got some decent effects to it. It's in the necropolis, which is normally done fairly well. The crux of this is about Saw Live. As you know, super huge Saw fan, undeniably excited to go through this one. This is the same one that was, I think, on the Saw 2 or 3 DVD. That's my one thing I didn't like about it. You primarily see traps from Saw 1 and Saw 2. Nothing from Saw 3, 4, 5, or 6. It's actually done fairly well. You do get that feeling of walking through Jigsaw's workshop. You go through areas where there's a bunch of mannequin parts, bits and pieces of some of the traps are in different places. They do have an Amanda character. The person they had who did Jigsaw did a very good job. You see him in a couple different spots. You do have the pig mask. There wasn't a puppet. That kind of disappointed me because it's pretty easy to do. The puppet is really small. Puppet on a tricycle, animatronic, roll in, roll out. No, they just had it on the screen. They didn't use the music. All in all, for only comprising Saw 1 and Saw 2, if you're a fan of those two, it's done very well. It primarily really pushes Saw 1. There are a few elements from 2, and by I mean few. So you get a primary focus in Saw 1, and the only trip you really can do from Saw 2, there's only really one to think about it that you can easily do for a decent scare without having somebody stuck in compromising positions the whole time. It's done well. It's not really going to scare you. My wife has a problem watching like a trailer for a horror film. She got through it fairly well. Yes, she did lose her glasses. You walk through it single file, hands on the shoulder in front of you, going at about a group of 6. I would recommend if you do go to Six Flags for this, tickets go on sale around 3 o'clock. That's when the haunt exhibits open. We were in line for about 30 minutes to get tickets. This is definitely worth the $7, not worth $13. In fact, if you can get both of them in, get both of them in. Definitely worth $7 a person, not worth $13. Again, you're primarily seeing things from Saw 1 and Saw 2. So there's no shotgun carousel. There's nobody being melted in half with hypodermic needles. There's nobody choosing, who gets hung by a piece of barbed wire. It is Saw 1 and Saw 2. If you're a fan of those two, and if you've never seen the movies, it's not going to make a lot of sense to you. If you've seen the movies, I thought it'd be pretty interesting. And that is Saw Live at Six Flags Great America in Gurnee, Illinois.